up in public school system. So shout out to the public school system teachers.
That's good to hear, man. We don't, They don't get enough love for real. That's good to hear. Yeah, we made it, right?
Yeah.
We made it out that joke, right? Right. Are you sure there's your name on that? Yeah.
Thanks.
Give it to me anyway.
Yeah.
The guy behind me doesn't need it.
Absolutely.
That's tough, y'all. Nice shoes.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Balenciaga, Margiela.
Are those shacks?
That's
Chill.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Lean. No light on the top. You don't need it. I was like, we don't have to.
Hey! Definitely got 2 minutes of audio already.
Lean a little bit.
Obviously, I'm out.
Yeah, you're good. Lean back like you normally like sit. Yeah, you're good. You're in frame.
All right. Nick.
Before it gets slapped out, go ahead and start the show.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the 804 podcast. I'm Nick.
Jesse.
Alex.
And who do we have here today with us?
Joining the 804 podcast tonight is SHIMA GREEN.
Yeah.
Hey. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely.
Right. I always do that.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, Alex, since we are all in the building, our girl Shima is here. What's the episode count, man? Shima, Alex. Right. Alex can talk all this shit before the camera start rolling. But can he do some quick math for us? So real quick, Alex always has a problem week after week counting these episodes. If we don't do episodes in division or multiplication, it's just adding one by one, brother. So real quick.
Do you know?
Thank you. We're about to find out right now. Do you know what we're doing today, Alex?
Hold on, Nick. So you're saying if I don't, let's say hypothetically I don't know the episode count. Hypothetically, what would happen, Nick, exactly?
I will smack the taste out of it.
I don't think so.
It get like that, Shima. It's that type of podcast. It's that type of
I
podcast.
thought he was just gonna find you first.
Damn.
I wasn't expecting this.
Oh no, it get like that out here.
He's just bluffing. He's just joking around.
You seem
Okay.
nonviolent.
I seem non-violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally
Until
jab,
he gets to.
You could jab him in the face and he's not gonna do anything.
Okay, that's nice and all, my nigga, but what the fuck is the episode count? Fuck all the distractions. What's the episode count? Yeah. What are we doing now? Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna have to say that the episode is me and my good brothers have been doing the 804 podcast for 322 episodes.
That might be correct. That might be correct.
Your boy does not miss.
Right. the nice dapper dap. Right, for sure. All right. Well, another tradition of ours is the quote of the day. And this quote can be a song lyric, Bible verse, tattoo, IG caption, a motto, a saying, anything that means something to you or that you live life by. It ain't got to be nothing super smart or long, but it's anything you live your life by.
Ecclesiastes 3:11. Everything is made beautiful in its time.
Amen.
For sure. I'd say obviously Bible verse, but when did that hit you, I guess? And when did that become important to you?
I was living in LA and I was getting the paperwork straight for my benefit corporation, and it was just an anchor verse at the time. Like, we don't have to rush things. Everything's not already made, but some things we can assume are already made and just claim those things.
For sure. All right. Well, real quick, before we start asking you all these questions, could you give us a quick introduction on who you are and what you do for our audience, really quick?
Absolutely, Jesse. Well,
Talk
I'm
to us.
Shima Green, actor, artist, thriving professor. I'm currently opening up a talent agency in Old Town Petersburg. I renovated the space for the last 2 years. I'm also at the same time or simultaneously starring in 2 TV shows, 1 movie, and I'm dropping an album by the end of the year.
Respect.
She not playing around, y'all. Right. She not
Facts.
playing around.
Facts.
Not at all. Okay. Anybody got the first question now?
I got it. So with everything that you do, how do you manage your time? It's a question we like to ask different people who wear different hats. So,
Right.
I let people be mad at me. I don't take people being mad at me personal. So I'm able to focus. You know, I always say this, guys, like, I learned this a while back that the heart has to be the most selfish organ because it pumps blood to the rest of your body, the rest of your organs. So sometimes I feel like I manage my time by being a little selfish, or maybe not selfish with it, just stingy with it, self-centered, or I would say intentional with it. And that's how I manage. Like, everything is intent.
That's a
bad. If you had to give us a role model, who would it be? It could be actually maybe two. Somebody that you know, and like, you know, somebody that you know in your life, family member, friend, or a celebrity, or, you know, a known person. Both, I guess. Yeah, both. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say currently right now I'm in search for a mentor. So if there's anyone watching this podcast after I finish talking that seem like they can offer me any guidance, information, refine my know-how of a few things, then I would greatly appreciate that. But just in growing up, I had influences such as Lauryn Hill was a big influence of mine, along with a lot of my educators. Like, I've had a lot of great teachers coming up in the public school system. So shout out to the public school system teachers.
Thanks.
That's good to hear, man. We don't, they don't get enough love for real. That's good to hear. Yeah, we made it, right?
Yeah.
We made it out that joke, right? Right. Are you sure there's your name on that? Yeah.
Just give it to me anyway.
Yeah.
The guy behind me doesn't need it.
Absolutely.
That's tough, y'all. That is tough. Mommy, I didn't get my right. This Nick Carter
Wait
guy.
a minute. Who's
Nick Stuffalophagus.
I graduated Mood Lottie.
Oh, that's what you're drinking? Oh, yeah, nah, for sure.
Mood Lottie.
That's what I said.
Magna cum laude. Yeah.
You just make it up, Stan. Did you graduate? Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
But nah, they get a lot of flack. So shout out to them. So I guess I'm gonna assume Petersburg, which school at?
No, I attended Chesterfield County School.
What school? What school?
I graduated from Atoka High School.
Okay, we went to Bird. So okay, we in the system. Right, literally.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
I spent a lot of time on that side of Chesterfield versus, I guess, South Chesterfield, because a lot of my friends went to Thomasdale.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to Verona. Shout out VHS. Shout out to all the young bulls that graduated yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Really proud of y'all. All the college graduates that graduated this month.
I saw y'all got different uniforms now. I mean, I might be late as hell, but yeah.
Well, like graduation?
No, football.
Oh, yeah. We're moving up in the world.
Yes, sir, man.
That's what's up.
We're moving up.
Well, shout out to Henrico, right?
Of course.
Yeah, because I think Henrico was the first people that employed me when I got back from LA, when I was trying to put the money into the building downtown to renovate.
Oh,
shout out
Henrico County.
Yeah, big facts.
I guess I'll address the what you've been saying. I guess what made you move to LA, or tell us about that experience, I guess.
So first I moved to Washington D.C. Once I lived in Washington D.C., I was performing like at every open mic you could think of, and then I started getting a lot of notoriety. Then I wrote this one song. It was called "Look at You, Girl," and this one song, it made impressions across the country, enough for people who wanted to come see me up close and personal. So fast forward, my manager and I, we end up packing everything up in the studio house in Maryland, putting it in a Kia Optima and driving it across the country. So that's a little background story on that. It was a whole thing. We went live on Facebook like throughout the whole day, letting people update them. Let them know. We was like a live Uber map at the time.
That's
showing people, the tourist attractions and just different things along the roadway. While I got there, I had to learn how to go from being I don't want to say a shell artist or not even a nurture artist, like, what can I say? A cared for artist, someone who had capital behind them, someone who had cushion and comfort. Right. To being an independent artist, because you get over there and you see so much more creatively, and you think, I don't just want to be a rapper. I realized I just did that to get out my neighborhood because, I mean, I wasn't the best at basketball. But, you know, like, outside of those things, being a black woman, yes, I have put education high. But also being a creative, it has not been my anchor point. So getting into LA to get to that, getting into LA, it became like more open world for me. Like, okay, well, actually, I can pursue acting because the opportunity to pursue acting is here. Yes, I can write books and so on and so forth. Yeah.
I'll say this with the TV shows and the movie. What role was harder to get into character for?
The hardest role I've had to play so far in my life is I used to go by my rap name used to be Kamani Moore. And I wrote that with the intent behind it that Kamani Moore was this African name translated to be beautiful and sweet, and then Amor is Spanish for love. So I used to carry this big thing of loving the one who's beautiful and sweet till I started moving around. Like, I don't always feel like being that today. So I looked up this movie called Sidney Poitier played in this movie called Something of Value, and he played this character called Kamani in the movie Something of Value, to be clear. And so I translated the name to be Kamani Moore means love pouring into and from something of value. And with that, I've been able to carry that just into the Benefit Corporation and go by my real name, SHIMA Green. And I kind of, just to remember your question a little bit, where were we at the name SHIMA Green?
Wait, no. What?
Difficult role.
Yeah, difficult role that you had to play. Yeah,
Kamani Moore, trying to place a name that's not mine in my artistry was very hard to play because I just came from being a person who got recognized for writing a lot. Then I had a little popularity, so it just went together. Yeah. But I was playing a role because I used to always say, I'm not a rapper, but that has gave me the most traction so far in my career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You never know.
But it was hard to play, so that's why I just go by my name now. Whatever is an extension from me, it just comes. Yeah.
I got a question for you. So for any creative who wants to travel to a new city, what advice would you give them?
Go. My only advice is to go, because it's all about getting to the other side of what your desire is. So if you say in your mind, hey, I know this may seem unrealistic to some of our audience, our listeners, right, but really, if you want to move right now, go. And how do you prepare to go? One, yes, you can be very practical, and I want you to be practical about this, maybe have a little saved up. But if you go with the mindset of getting the first stream of income, and that's an earned income, if you go to a place wanting a job, to be clear, I don't care if you create, I don't care if you're the most popular in your city, go to your new city getting a set income where you know it's going to keep recurring, that it's going to give you a structured routine, and then I feel like you'll be well on your way. I don't see anything that can set you up.
But I'm broke, it's hard out here, Shima, and right, I'm scared, but and
do your research. What are you going for? They have peer spaces where they let people stay now. They had pets split where you can share a house, share a room. Some cities. Facts. And then you go there. You just got to go there with the intent of where you want to get to. Like, you got to set a end goal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I do hear a lot of stories about, it'll be rappers, and they'll be like, yeah, I slept on so-and-so's couch out there just to, till I could get myself together. Right. Yeah, yada, yada. So
who are you? Yeah, I broke
okay, hopefully it's a known friend, Alex, or somebody, right? Usually another rapper or something like that.
Don't end up in one of them rooms.
Yeah, it is California, buddy. Yeah, let's not get it in. Yeah. You still sleep? Yes, I sleep. Well, the eye wake up right here. That's classic, bro. Yeah. Okay. I'll switch it up. A question we usually ask our guests: give us an unpopular food opinion. So one food that everybody likes around you that you don't like. Yeah, we'll start off with that, and then we'll go vice versa.
Chicken fried does not smell good. It smells like a dead bird.
Huh? Oh, chat.
Huh?
I mean, it is a dead bird.
Well,
but
yeah.
with all due respect.
Cluck. Yeah, but
So you don't eat fried chicken.
You don't rock with it?
All right.
Here we go.
People raved and raved and
That
raved
Popeye's
and
chicken
raved
sandwich was
and
the best.
raved about Stadium Chicken,
Uh-oh.
the nightclub or the restaurant that turns into a vibe at a certain part of the day.
Have you had chicken from there?
I've
Okay. I haven't been in there that long enough. I ain't gonna lie. When I'm in there, I'm not looking. You'll get Alex. Man, chicken is the first thing that my eyesight is. I'm joking, Shima. Please help me. Go, Shima. Oh, chicken. It smells nasty. Go ahead. Go. Please, go. Yeah, go. But nah, so okay.
So I did have a drumstick in 2021, guys.
I'm weak as hell.
And you know what?
Yeah,
It didn't smell good to me anymore because I hadn't been eating it. But it tastes like I remember. But I ain't need no more after that one piece.
You got to go to Lee's or Golden Skillet.
Yeah, you
Shout
gotta
out to
get, somebody
Lee's.
gotta
Shout
turn
out
her
to
up, man.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this: a bad fried chicken experience is bad. I will say that. That's tough. Like,
No such thing. Nah, let me say now.
okay, I was gonna
You
say I've had some
see,
bad
okay.
chicken in my day. That shit pisses you off.
From the meat to the skin, like
that shit definitely pisses you off.
no seasoning, too much seasoning.
That's
You
tough.
can go wrong.
Where have I had bad?
I mean, it's been a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I
Too
definitely-
dry. Yeah, sometimes.
I don't like Bojangles chicken all that much.
Just you gonna let them talk to?
Actually, I don't eat chicken. You know,
Oh,
I eat sausage biscuit or
yeah.
chicken tenders. I don't. To be honest, I don't really mess too far with Bojangles.
Yeah. You actually haven't had the.
Their chicken
Some
biscuits
niggas
are,
be
are
tripping.
tough.
Yeah. So honestly, everything else, some niggas be tripping. I think some niggas just like what they like. So
I
they just try to
remember how
convince you
Bojangles
that
taste.
Bojangles the best. It's like, bro, just eat your chicken, bro. Relax.
You
bro.
don't have to convince
Yeah,
me.
like exactly. Like you just eat your food, bro. Like don't try to. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that.
That's
All right,
pretty good.
Alex. So what's one food that you like that nobody likes around you?
Pork rinds. Nah, let me stop.
That's a great question.
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds. Yeah, go ahead.
I like radish. Sometimes I be asking people, do they cook radish with their meals, and they don't say yes.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. That's
Nah, I'm playing. So it's on hot dogs, hamburger.
It's like an earthy
Not
kind
like
of taste.
relish. Well, maybe I did hear me say radish, but it's like
Oh, okay. I'm tripping. You're right.
Radish.
Okay.
yeah, they're like
So what does that go?
potatoes mixed with
I could see that.
cabbage.
Yeah, talk to us, Alex. You are a consultant, right?
Let me ask you. So is radish like in that like
little
beets
red.
kind of family, kind of
Kinda in like a
Okay.
potato. It's more of like
that texture?
I know what y'all
Yeah.
talk about. I just couldn't think of
Earthy.
it.
Think kind of like earthy kind
But
of
if you
taste.
cook them, they'll taste more like a cabbage in the center of it.
Okay.
Hey, listen.
Like Brussels sprouts. Y'all like Brussels sprouts? It's
I-
in that. It's
I
in
don't think
that.
I've ever had them. to
Not
be
saying
honest.
that y'all
So I'm
not
tripping.
not saying it's in that it is a vegetable, but not saying it's in that particular stem of nutrition food. But radish, that
It's
can
up there.
pair. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, fried cabbage, jerk chicken, and white rice.
Bro, I've been having Jamaica House recently, and yes, that's been the drop. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. I'll say something real
Talk to
quick
us.
about food. So y'all know me, or for those who know me, know I fucking hate black olives. Cause my mom let me try them one time. I was like, this is disgusting. It needs to be ridded from existence for all time. But I recently tried. I gave it a try, a green olive, which I don't know what the difference is, but I'm not mad at it. It was not bad. Now I'm not gonna.
Did
say
you have martini?
No, it wasn't. I think what was it on? I think it might have been like on somebody else's. Like, oh, like maybe like my dad had something. It was like, oh, do you want to try it? Or whatever. It's like, okay, I'll try it. And I was like, you know what? It's not bad. It goes on something else. So I'm not just saying eat. Like obviously you're not
Olive
just
boy,
going.
yeah, Mr. Olive, right?
yeah, olive trail mix, but yeah, like which is trifling.
That is fucking disgusting. I just pictured that in my
exists?
head. Yo,
Olive
that was a joke.
trail-
no,
Yeah, that was a joke.
yo,
And don't get me
oh
at-
my
if it
god,
blows up,
bro.
I want my check. But like,
Sheesh, man.
but yeah,
Okay.
That
But
green
yeah.
olive shit made me think of that Maury episode.
Oh, I know.
Whatever, y'all. Nick, like, it was this episode. It's the white lady scared of olives, like legit. I'm about to show you the video later, but yeah, like legit,
That
she was
shit was-
scared of
I
just
feel
olives.
like I can kind of recall that, but not really.
It's one of them old 2000s clips. Yeah, one of them old ones for sure.
Green olives, not bad on something, kind of like capers.
Not bad in the martini.
Well, I've never had it in a martini because, but like, I'm sure it's good. Like, I tried it. I was like, all right, I'm not mad at it. It's definitely better than what I tried.
Olives on pizza? You order it next time?
Okay, nah. Because I don't like black olives. I don't rock with black, and most of the time it's black olives on pizza.
That's actually facts.
So I'm not gonna. Yeah, the green olive, I tried it. I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it. It could go on, like you said.
So what's wrong with black olives? What's wrong with black olives, brother?
I missed the part, but that's my problem.
Toby McGuire's answer.
What's wrong?
I gotta get my boy.
What's wrong with black olives, my brother?
Why they gotta be black? Right, yeah, right. What's wrong? See, my brother? Yeah.
The green olives are where it's at, y'all. Probably be good on
green
steak,
does rule
too.
the world. Yeah, so for sure. Okay, I'll give you one more little out there question. What's one thing that people might not know about you? I didn't know Shima did this. I didn't know she used to do that. It could be a hobby, something you used to do, type of personality you are. Just what would somebody not think, not guess?
I was a middle school basketball coach, and I took the team to the championship. We won every game except for that very first game of the season.
Okay.
Respect.
Y'all with some buckets out there.
I'm a traveling tour DJ, so any artist, I'm an artist myself, but if you have any shows coming up and you want your own personal DJ, I'm DJ Kimmy Calm Trees here and there when booked. Yeah, everything else is unfolding.
One more. I know I got to ask like 4 questions, but number one rule as a DJ.
Know what audience you're playing to. And when I say this, I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be the theme, like a wedding or a birthday. Nor am I saying that it necessarily have to be age group. I'm saying some rooms you plan for the person who paid you. And some rooms you plan to whoever got the largest demographic in the room.
Okay.
That's a good. Get the vibe up. Yeah.
So a group of YNs, we're not playing, right? Yeah. Take a good old time, right? Yeah, we're not playing that.
Oh wait, what was the band of my dad?
Oh yeah, and if it's a bunch of Karens in there, right? Yeah. Thank you, DJ Kimmy. Right, yeah. I love this song.
You are now listening to DJ Kimmy Calm Trees.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I got one. I haven't asked this question in a little while.
Talk to him.
If you got a black olive and you got a green olive, no, I'm playing. No, that's not the real question. But
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, nah, I'm just messing with you. How do you recharge? Like, busy week, X, Y, and Z. How do you like to recharge, relax, unwind?
You get away from everybody finally.
Kick back.
The only thing that helps me recharge and unwind is being with the man that I love. Being with the man that I love. That's it. Like, I could go around my family and friends and it's always still seem like I'm performing. Not intentionally.
Right.
It's just the energy for me is going to be up here because that's the standard for me.
Right.
But sometimes I don't want it to be so. Down,
I feel you.
Respect. Shout out to Black Love. Aww. Yeah, that's what's up. Aww.
The Apple Pay. I get that. Right. I love you so. Let me get that from you though. Yeah. Thank you.
I'll say this. How's your mental health these days?
Talk to us.
These days, my mental health is on I Can Have It All. 100 Days of Rich Energy. Good vibes, good times, good people. Enjoy your food.
Black olives.
Stop telling old stories. That's where my mental at right now.
She's spitting. What you mean old stories? I know what you mean, but yeah, talk to the audience, right? What you mean? But it happened to me though. Y'all don't understand. It happened to me. I'm the victim. Me. Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, on that scale of things, any limited beliefs, any old story, like I don't care if it just happened 5 minutes ago. If it's not gonna matter, what did the rule you? If it's not gonna matter 5 years from now, even 5 days from now, we can let it go. We may have to revisit if we real people. You know, if you were in front of real people, you might have to revisit. But you can let it go if you trust God and you trust yourself. And you know, if a relationship, you gotta trust. You gotta give it space.
Respect.
I say this, Coach basketball. So I'm sure you know a little basketball.
I'm just a good teacher.
Good.
And I had to know a little basketball.
I say hope
Okay.
a little something. I would hope. Right.
Look, ball hoop. Yeah.
Who are your 3 favorite point guards?
My 3 favorite point guards are Kyrie. You know, I don't know if he necessarily was a point guard, but I want to say Kobe. I'm not sure if he was a point guard, but when I was watching the highlight, when I was going back getting all his mambo motivation, I like how he drive the ball up the court. I like how a ball handler is not afraid to get the ball to the hoop. So to me, that's a point guard. Of course, we want to read the perimeters. We want to be able to see it. But if you have someone with confidence, because a lot of times I actually teach something in my class called play, when it's all about position, getting into position, knowing when to launch, knowing how to activate once you launch, like activate what results you want to achieve, and then yield those results. So, so a point guard to me is anyone who knows how to play. Because some people can be in the game, but they're not having fun. You're not playing. Not having fun. And the third one, again, I don't know him to be a point guard. I don't keep up with NBA as much, but I like how I saw Edwards playing the other day. I'm not. If anybody can tell me his position, cool. But he was handling him.
He's a point guard.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Strong list, right? I can't guard near one of them. Yeah.
Come on, Jesse.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. Now they want to pay
Move
your
your feet.
boy.
Move your feet. Move your feet.
Yeah, $20 million.
Hands up. Move your
Right?
feet.
Yeah.
Move your feet.
Yes, sir. Gotcha. But yeah, I always forget the game is on.
Oh,
we always
Right.
according to why the game is on.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts.
Shout out to my cousin too. He plays basketball. And he's currently playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hey.
Okay.
So shout out to him. Shout out to Devontae Green, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
Respect.
Oh, okay. Shout out to him. That's what's up.
Respect.
Come on the show,
I
Devontae
say,
Green.
yeah, for
Thanks.
sure.
You know.
A fee. Small fee.
Yeah, I'll let him talk. Yeah, you talk this.
No, I mean Nick.
6'6".
Yeah.
You
Nick,
talk that. Yeah, you handle
On
this one.
air, we can donate to the show.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
in full.
yeah.
It's just a lot. I had a lot.
No, you
Off
fine.
camera today,
No,
but
no,
We just gonna let Alex talk to her. Right, yeah.
Nick got it.
7'3". Yeah.
Hey, I got to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll let Alex handle all of that. He got it.
How is it teaching? I know people say teaching isn't easy, but how is it teaching for you?
Well, I'm a professor for 9 months out of the year. So as a professor, it's rewarding. I'm teaching, I feel like, one, we're close in age. Me and those, being a professor, I'm close in age with my students.
Right.
So I'm not just teaching them from my curriculum because I've been out in the world and I know how to come back and teach the things I teach, which is public relations, knowing how to get in front of your audience and then knowing how to maintain one, interpersonally and then intrapersonally with yourself. And then I teach intro to media tech, so I travel the country, out of country, doing a lot of content, media stuff, press passes type work. So for right now, I just only see the rewards because it allows me to become more self-aware. Like, dang, in undergrad, if just about 3 years ago or maybe even 4 years ago, if I would have listened to my professor in a certain way, it's like the hindsight that, and then it's also, I'm setting records right now. Like, I'm being able to accomplish stuff now and not having to wait to 40, 35 plus or 40 plus years old to come back and be like, I have wisdom, Like, it's like, get this now. Why it's fresh.
I took public relations this semester.
Where did you grab from it?
It's not all. you get the behind the scenes of it, especially in cases where certain things happen with certain companies, like whether it's good or bad.
JetBlue had one.
Yeah.
About 2007, about the airplane, and other airplane companies at that time in 2000, it was a winter storm or something like that. Any other airplane line was experiencing just as much problems. JetBlue just didn't communicate. They let them people keep booking flights. They let them sell on the plane for hours, minutes at a time. They couldn't reach the pilots. They just had no way to, communicate with their audience. So that's why their stock went down.
And like the communication with like press releases and
that's
when you're promoting something, I had to make a flyer for it
7 times. Get in front of people 7 times.
And it was, it put perspective on how good some of these companies are at getting to the people and how certain companies are bad at getting to the people. Mm-hmm. So, or it's probably just that public relations, officer who would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really think about it. You just think these companies just sell shit to people, but nah, it makes sense.
And right now with us being so clickety click on the internet, they sell into our behaviors, to the things what makes us feel certain ways. Psychographics is what they call them now.
It's also how quickly you got to put like a statement out there too. Yeah. So like,
crisis management.
I'll say this. So when we had that big water crisis a couple months ago, like how fast they had to get in front of that. Like it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially as a growing city, Richmond is still a growing city.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like still come here, we still.
Right. Yeah. Still come here, but just don't drink.
Yeah. It's like
whatever. Yeah. Sip, nigga. Go.
Bring
spit that out.
No, that is interesting though. Yeah, for sure.
But this is the business city.
Yeah.
So
I would hope we're growing where we're building apartments any and everywhere. Jesus Christ.
Slapping them jumps
Tell me
together,
about it.
I mean, even the townhomes,
Cardboard.
like
Hey,
I'm
hey.
talking 3-floor townhomes. Is just I'm passing Ross and it's just like a slant.
Coming soon next week. No. Coming soon next week. You see somebody. Hey, how's it going? Nigga had already moved the
Hi,
kids.
neighbor.
Yeah, he had already moved the kids in. I'm like, God damn,
Man,
dog.
how much is this 300 foot?
Oh yeah, 300,000. Yeah. Oh, I got it for a steal. Me and the kiddos. It's like,
It's going for like 1 point something.
Mm-hmm. Like, get the fuck out of here. For sure, man. Hey, man, gotta get it.
Facts.
There's this nice place called Hillside right in front of
You guys heard the walk up? It's like,
Shout out to another artist. Shout out to Nady. And if I misspoken, I think she's from Hillside possibly, but shout out to Nady.
Yeah, shout out to Nady. Yes,
We also in a show. We got a show coming up. Shout out to the producers on the show. Shout out to Tyrus Downey, DDP Productions. We got a really great, we're in the cast on that particular show. We doing Larceny.
I guess keep it on the city type vibe. So I guess with you being out in Petersburg, what's one thing that you think is good and one thing that maybe can change out there? From your perspective.
Collectively, if everyone stayed riding their wave and then get distracted by the everyday things that we can easily get distracted on, no judgment. But if we all rode our waves at one time, we'll really see why they call this place River City and why everything has to flow through Virginia before it's hot. Like even when people wanted freedom, they had to come through here.
That's facts.
And Virginia is like one of the first. It's like a lot went on here in our state. So yeah,
we were the capital of Confederacy here in Richmond.
A lot of things.
They did not want to take them statues down.
I was gonna say they definitely didn't.
My grandfather.
If it was up to them.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Yeah, they was fighting.
What more do you want to see? Because, we're a platform, we're a podcast. What more do you want to see these platforms out here give to, like, artists and other entrepreneurs out there?
First and foremost, I want every platform to value yourself. Invest as much as you can into your platform. Don't think about just pouring it into us as artists because we're going to reach out if we want to find y'all and we know we need y'all just as much, So boom, I'm 804 podcast. If I go out here, I'm gonna have a banner next time. I'm gonna come to Peter. I'm gonna connect with SHIMA. I'm gonna come to Petersburg. I'm gonna set up in front of her store. You know, we might just be doing our live pod. We might not have guests that day, but people see you move around. Like, stay in motion, for real. So just value. So value. Anything you can do to continue to uplift or go to the next level in something. And it doesn't have to always be this big grandiose thing. Sometimes you really have to appreciate the ordinary. Like, just a little, maybe I get a new program, a new plugin. It doesn't matter.
That's facts. I kind of always remind myself of that. It could be one little thing that you switch or change that could be the difference.
New haircut. It could be anything. Like, for real.
That would be funny as hell. Like, one of us come in. Hey, one of us come in bald and we start getting money. Hey, Nick just offers him up. Right?
You got the beard for it, Nick.
It's crazy.
You got the beard for it.
Shaded completely, bald skin, bald scalp.
Because my girlfriend always like tries to push my hair back, and she always says like, I want to know what you look like bald.
Now we'll say
Now,
this.
hold on.
It's
You know women words are
to.
powerful. So
I
got you, Nick. Hold on.
Because my
like,
dad,
Now I love the women too, but it's one thing to be like, I wonder how it would look, and then they come in that bitch. Hey babe, what's going on? Hey, Nick. Don't you have the podcast tonight? Nah, but so
Shiny.
I felt for that trick before. Yeah, it would look really good if you just. It's like
Mirror.
Okay, you're not looking at that right now. You're looking at
yeah.
But hey, Nick, man, if you want to do that, bro, I got you.
it's
bro.
funny because my dad.
We support you.
Yeah, we support
My
you. We got
uncle
you.
has hair.
Looking like Razinga.
So you just in the
Alex,
limbo right now. You're not
Yeah.
sure which way it's going.
Yeah, and my granddad had a beard, and my dad and my uncle can't grow beards, so it's like
You
what
might
the
have
fuck
got
is-
the win. You might just the one that can have it all.
I got the hair, I got the beard.
Bro, shave it. Just it'll grow back, bro. Shave it.
Whatever.
Anybody want to see Nick Hairball donate $10 today?
We're not gonna do
We
that.
doing a Nick-a-ball-a-thon. A Nick-a-ball-a-thon. Send your $10.
Right.
How much is worth? How much that hair worth to you?
$10 is fine. I like
$10 is good. One $10 donation.
My hair is worth $10,000.
We need $10,000. We need 10,000 people to donate $1 right now.
Fuck it, if you
donate it.
Fuck it, if you show up with $8, we good. If you show up with $5 and $3 and 3 ones, we make it work.
Niggas really donate $10,000.
You'll do it.
Niggas might have to contemplate.
Bald scout.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You might be next, brother. Because if we can make that 30,000, right? Yeah, we three for one.
One thing about it, y'all around 100 days of rich energy. So let's get to
3
it.
for 1 would be great. Hey, but you know what? Okay, I'm kind of sidebar. I don't. Did you watch? Anybody watch the Streamer University thing or whatever? Okay, I didn't watch it, but I saw clips and yada yada.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing that shit, I'm not basically constant that through. Like he rented out the University of Akron, like which is a lot. And had like 100 to 200 streamers just go there and basically they stayed in dorms and everything for like 4 days. And basically you get to stream yourself the whole time. And you can interact with professors and all that. They had like a couple big name people there. Yada, yada, yada. But I'm not going to lie and kind of going like seeing shit like that. Obviously there was some bad from it because it's mostly like kids. Like I think from like 18 to 23. So it's mostly younger people. But I would say like, I'm not going to lie. Seeing all those kids or seeing all them doing that, like, they're going for it. I will say, like, far as, like, I mean, yes, some people do a little too much for fame or whatever. But you can't, like, I think I was talking about the guy Dame at the store. He was like, bro, shit like that, you can't be shy. Like, you gotta go all, like, you have to interact with them. And they didn't know most of those people didn't know each other. They just kind of knew each other from the, community or whatever.
Facts.
So, like, it was a lot of those first time kind of getting together, but they would do games and shit like that. And they would all have cameramen, or you would have your own phone so you could stream the whole
gimbal
time.
or something like that.
So, basically, everybody gets to tune in to each person's stream at the university. Whether you're a big creator, whether you're a small creator. And I'm not really too into it, but long story short, kind of goes back to the ball thing or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, you gotta have a little bit of a not careness to do this content creation stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. But bro, somebody is doing it, and somebody's capitalizing on it. So like, I've been kind of thinking about. So I've been kind of thinking about that. Like jumping out of your shell, it's more needed now than ever. Like you can't.
I always say it's always important to have audacity and delusion.
Yeah. Dead ass. You gotta not care a little bit. Like
you gotta assume that you are the one. You are supposed to be doing this. Like this is the frequency that I'm on. Like you may not relate to it,
right? But
you might not be dialed into this, and that's the thing we got to give people grace for, because
you might catch on later, right? Yeah. So
I think some people still care about how they get famous, though.
No, I agree. Like, I agree. There's a line. There's a line, but I would just say, far as just like breaking out of your shell.
Yeah, it's a lot of lines that shouldn't be there for anybody that's trying to make it. You just have to erase. It is quite a few lines that you have to blur. It just goes back to having that self-control.
I agree. Yeah.
I gotta give a lot of credit to Castanet.
No, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
I saw like he did like the ending ceremony. Like I didn't know, because bro. First of all, this shit was over. My friend was like, "Yeah, it's over." I was like, "Oh damn!" I was still going. That's number one. Right. But bro, the rent out, like I didn't know he rented out an actual fucking campus.
That's what I was gonna say. The assembly, just the assembly of the team, bro, and the operations that he had.
They had buses out there. They had actual classrooms. Like, first of all, renting out a fucking campus. That's number one. Like I thought he was at some community college or something like that.
Operational manager to put that on my list.
Bro, University of Akron. He rented out the and I guess because kids are out, college out of school. Yeah. So he rented out the whole motherfucking. They had merch. Everybody had Streamer University merch. They had shorts. They had like I said, I'm not trying to dub ride, but that shit was very, very like wow.
And the logistics are behind it. Like
that's what I'm saying. Because
like, that probably took a year to plan.
And I think he just did like on stream. I don't like to. He made a clip, man. I remember him talking about like, I basically when he said the idea, like it'd be cool if I did this and that. It was only like I think 4 or 5 months ago. It was definitely this year when he made that clip. Now maybe he has some shit going on behind the scenes. I would hope, but nevertheless, like this is definitely a less than like 6-7 month project.
Can you make the world go round?
Yeah, and like obviously it's big to him, but and then hopefully he keeps doing it so that way more and more people get opportunity. Yeah, blase, blase, blah. I see where the vibe is going. So I didn't mean to take time out.
I will say that I saw a clip, and again, shout out to Kai Sinet. Shout out to everyone that had hands in the development and execution of that. But there were a lot of streamers who complained about, and this is a catch-22, because it was a lot of, well, if that's the phrase, but it was a lot of streamers who said that he picks up people who were already popular.
I did hear that.
Instead of just getting people who's up and coming. But it's like, if you're up and coming and you really were on your game, you would have probably got.
I agree. And then there's something else the dude Dane was saying. He was like, okay, the reason why he might not have picked that many small creators, because number one, it's the first go around. So you got to show something. Like you got to show a product. Right. That's number one. And number two, maybe the higher profile streamers, they know, like they have no problem jumping out the shell. They have no problem. Like maybe a smaller creator may not know how to act. You know what I mean? Around, it's a lot going on.
Almost like Starstruck, maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, kind of, it's just like, oh, you guys are doing it. Oh. Like, it's kind of like honestly, if I was there, I'd be like, damn, it's a lot. I mean, obviously, you gotta get in there. You gotta capitalize. But, like, it would be a lot to throw at somebody. So, hopefully next year he finds a way to keep cycling it. Maybe the professors change or whatever. But it seemed pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even into all the streaming stuff, but now I'm thinking about getting into it because like why not? So it just makes you think about getting out your shell. That's the main thing I've been thinking of. Thanks. But if anybody else got any questions, I actually got a topic question. Get up out of here.
We need a podcast university.
Yeah, deadass. Somebody's gonna do it. I'm sure. Honestly, and there's another thing like this.
I'm gonna ask y'all this on camera because it's all about setting end goals, and this is their moment where they're announcing this right now. I'm the thriving professor at Virginia State University. I teach intro to media technology, where I teach my class everything from podcasting to streaming to writing scripts and shooting short films on their iPhones. Would you guys like to come for 1 month next fall to my intro to media tech class on your own time? You come as a group. You can come teach things individual and teach my podcast segment. And we can film the whole thing. We can mic y'all up.
I do it.
You mean?
Well, you're invited.
I say this. I'd
You're
actually
invited.
Yes,
a
thank
couple
you.
years
You're
ago.
invited.
I did go
We're
to.
going back to college, Al. They thought they got rid of
Right,
us, didn't
facts.
they? Yeah, dumbasses. Hey,
Magna
we're
cum
going
laude
back,
again.
baby. We're
Yeah.
going back.
I
kid.
can hold y'all accountable.
I
we
did
gonna-
teach a session
going
at
back.
the Boys and Girls Club about podcasting.
Beautiful.
A couple years ago. So
I don't know what y'all haven't heard about the Boys and Girls Club, but Boys and Girls Club kids make it.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm a Boys and
I'm
Girls
a
Club.
Boys and Girls
yeah,
Club.
yeah. I mean, I
We
wasn't there
make
for a
it.
while. I was there for like 2-3 years. So
You only
nah,
gotta go a little bit.
nah. Shout out, no, for real.
Shout
for
out
real.
to the
Shout
club,
out
for
to
real.
all the Boys and Girls Club out
Yeah,
there.
facts.
That shit was actually really fun when I
I
went.
got on
too.
my first plane.
That's
Yeah, they did used to do like a lot of different like activities. So nah, for sure. All right, so my little yes, but we are definitely down, and
Yeah.
we definitely can't wait for details.
definitely. No,
They
that's
let-
what's up. And thank you for the opportunity too.
Absolutely. You
Definitely.
guys earn it. We at 322. Come on now.
Appreciate it. And
Clap it up,
appreciate
Trey.
Real
Clap it
talk, real
up.
talk.
I'll come with my bow tie.
I was gonna say,
circular.
bro, if y'all gonna really let us in there, it might be what
Stacey Adams shoes. Yeah.
Professor. Hey,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah, right.
Right, for sure though. Okay, all right. Well, now I gotta get controversial. Jesse wonders. Let's get up out of here. It's not a lot that we have a lovely young lady on the show, so we get to do some women topics. What do you say? We rolling? We good? We rolling?
We
All
are
right.
rolling.
What do you say to, I guess, men? 'Cause it's only back and forth. Yes, we're diving into the gender battle today. We're gonna try to. What would you
I
say?
identify as her. She.
Facts. Only way. Yeah, no, not that type of gender battle. But just I'm sorry. Let me get to it. What would you say to men that say women are either too emotional? They use emotion too much over logic.
Men like Nick, basically. Yeah. No, let me stop.
All right, so you really threw my nigga under the bus. Yeah.
That was
So
a
what
joke.
would you say to either men or, I mean, I guess some women would agree, but mostly you probably hear it from men that would say that.
Cultivate your woman. That's your job.
Well, okay, hold on, Sheba, hold on, because you're spitting. Hold on. I'm spitting. Women in general, like, women, okay, this is why women can't be in leadership. We're not saying this. We playing devil's advocate here. I got the horns on. Women can't be in leadership because of X, Y, and Z.
Some women cannot be in leadership because they don't have rule number 1. You don't take everything personal. But this could be. I ain't gonna ride a fence here. Some women aren't able to be in leadership because we don't sometimes know how not to take things personal and enough not to react. Like, it's okay to be preventative. It's okay. You the lead. If you call a meeting before you get there, you call a meeting like, hey, y'all, this is our rundown for the day. This is when you have to be productive, practical, again, intentional. Some women, we like to fly off vibes. We like to think everything can come with a vibe. Versus you have to understand that as a woman who like men in their, if this is not the right word, don't shoot me down, but their primitive nature, they need to know. Like, they need to, it needs to be ahead. You don't get every man that's like this, but most men that, I can't say supposed to, but a man in your life needs to have provision. So he may not have the full plan, or he may not have all the resources, but he needs to be able to stand beside you, stand behind you, be able to see past you in enough where you need to trust it. You just need women. We just need to trust. Even if you are the head in the room, there should be someone, a man that you're able to maneuver without putting him above the group. If that's not your man, like, that's not your business partner, man, you don't put him above the group. You just say, hey, as a man, because we don't know all the language between them. Some things have to be black and white, and some things have to be straight up real. Some things sometimes you just have to say, hey, man, you fucked it up today, but I'm not going to come down on you. Let's just get it better. Because that's how you would want to be talked to. You would want to be catered to. You don't have to come with all the,
hell, sugar. Like, bro,
Slap the taste out of
bro,
it.
because not to cut you off, because you're gonna stab me. You're gonna stab me in the back anyway. So
Yeah,
just say
facts,
what you're gonna
facts.
say. Yeah, the communication, like we talked about earlier.
Sometimes you just gotta deliver. It's our delivery, ladies. They don't be saying we ain't capable. It's just the delivery don't be all the way
Okay.
That's all. That's from what I've learned.
Okay. Anybody got a second? I mean, and this kind of came. I was watching this. Obviously, there's 8,000 podcasts. Women this, men this. So of course, I was watching another one of those last night.
Transcendent.
Shit. What was my main point? And basically, the woman was like, "Hey, men don't understand that sometimes we do go off of like she was leaning into it. Like we do go off of emotion. Like if you text me every day, good morning, I love you, yada yada yada, but the one day you don't. Now, granted, this woman was a little bit on the exaggerated side. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna lay it out. She was like, oh, well, the one time you don't text me, I'm gonna be like, oh, something's wrong, or like like they go more based off their emotion rather than the man would be like, oh, well, I handle, like basically I'm more secure what's going on. Basically, men not kind of catering to the like emotions of women.
I got a few things to say there.
Talk to us, yeah.
One, I'm not a pick me because I'm always.
Ooh, hold on. What is a pick me? Like I talk to my girl about this all the time, but we need a definition on the podcast right here, right now. What is a pick me girl? Please.
Sometimes a pick me girl is a girl that is gonna do everything to side with the man.
I've heard that.
Sometimes a pick me is like, I don't care how much you pour into this other woman. I'm gonna do everything. But that draws me into what I was gonna say is that sometimes this don't be emotions, it be ego. And like I feel like, I don't know if it's a mandate, but I feel like men should really put a boundary on insecure. You know how like us women be like, y'all so insecure if we can't just wear
Classic. Classic.
But sometimes you gotta put a boundary on an insecure woman because she needs to grow, and that's part of cultivating your woman. Like, hold on, like, miss, what was all the confidence that I was seeing when I wanted to shine my light on you? When you grabbed my attention, what was all that when you didn't even know I was paying attention to you? Why would you now, come into my world, I'm in your world, and all of a sudden it's like, no, we are women. That's the whole beauty of it, right? The bloom and the flower.
Beautiful creatures.
Yes, sir. The getting through it even when it's hard. Like,
yes, sir.
The being able to just be vulnerable sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's men. No matter where you put it, the men gotta lead. Everything that has seemed like it's there is like, yes, man, you actually, maybe this is where your effort gotta go. Maybe it's not in going to work all the hours anymore. Maybe you just don't need the hours. Maybe you just need to set boundaries on.
I will say something, and not to cut you off, but like, just sidebar note. Men and women are compliments to each other too, and they are compliments.
So men ain't shit and women ain't shit. Out. What? Do you need a man?
He don't need that.
They go over in their face.
Right.
Do we need men?
No, he don't need that.
Do we need women? Well, no, we don't need like, bro. So you're right. No,
they are compliments.
Yes,
we are compliments to each other.
Yes, sir.
So if
especially in a relationship.
So if you're sitting in a room and you ain't got nobody with you, and she's sitting in a room and she ain't got nobody
hit the
with
like
her.
button, hit the subscribe button.
Right, yeah.
Both y'all hit that subscribe button.
Both of y'all hit the like and subscribe
y'all ain't doing
button.
shit else.
And y'all maybe have a first date and have some kids and get married and do all that other stuff and go ahead and subscribe to the page and
Can we just stop the reoccurring topics on Twitter?
Nick, come on, we gotta eat out here. We gotta eat, Nick. We got to eat out here.
I swear.
Men,
you just have to stop consuming it, Nick. That's the only reason why it's coming up into your algorithm because
Shima.
They got
he
you.
like that.
See, we see you, Nick.
We talk with Nick. Right?
Nick, I think you look.
The
shade
50
room.
I don't know. You can just mute it. You can just unfollow it. You can just go off your.
The sad thing is though,
media.
and she's right, but that shit is funny how Instagram makes you do so much work to do that. Which is like it has no problem showing you the bullshit, but it makes you work to not see the bullshit.
I muted Christian Rock and Blueface
Why?
so
Nick, come
many
on,
times,
Nick.
and they still have.
It wasn't real, Nick.
Wasn't real, Nick. That's what you like. It wasn't real. That was fire. That's actually a title of the show. It wasn't real. Damn.
Why in the world do they still?
We gotta figure out these dynamics, man. Men, women.
Blueface Chris
Yeah. I don't know.
Right, 100 versus 1.
Nick, we don't know what to do out here, man. We need constant. I don't even know. No, bro. Sometimes
I do be happy to see happy couples on the TV.
What?
If it's real. Nah, let me stop.
No, you're not lying. What's the sad part? Yeah. That's
no, but I do be happy too. That was just me talking.
No, man. Yeah. Alex hit it right on the nail. We're compliments, man. man, we're both here, both beautiful creatures. Like we both
we need each other.
Yeah.
We need each other.
And if it creates very good things when we bounce off each other.
Right.
We created the world, we created children, so like it's a lot can come from it. I don't know.
Men take care of your women. Women take care of your men.
So my question is, what does being taken care of look like for y'all? Because as a woman who is in the entertainment field, and it's a man's world for sure, I like to have the freedom that comes with self-control is what I call it. I like my man to be know me so well that he could tell if anything shifted in my energy. Like if I was with another man, he'll be able to tell it immediately. So I like to know that I can be sent out and it's a representation, not like a reproach or revolt or anything. I don't want to feel like I'm out because I'm rebelling against my man. I want to feel like I'm out because I'm representing my household.
I was just about to say,
brother, you got a good one. Right, wherever you're at, you got a good one. Right, she is spitting wherever you're at. But yeah, well, you about to go?
Repeat the question one more time.
What do we look for in women, or how? Because you said a woman should take care of us.
Yeah,
so what's your version of that?
Like, because everybody said if you keep a man, you make sure he's well loved or he's well fed, then that's all he needs, and you got him forever.
Keep his stomach full.
Peace of mind, trust, belief. That's taking care of me. Trying to think of anything extra obvious, the cooking or whatever, but like we can go halvesies on that. You know what I'm saying?
If that dinner ain't hot on the stove, if it ain't hot on the table,
you should be
then
seeing
I will be. Yeah.
But yes, I think those three. If you believe in your boy, trust in what we're doing.
Hot meal on that dinner table by the time I get home.
So that go ahead with your list then.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
And I hope you know that people watch this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Nah. You can go ahead.
I think those three. So go ahead. Hot meal. What's after the hot meal? Because she's terrible to you otherwise. She's whooping your ass every night. But she getting that hot meal. She getting that. She's whooping the shit out of you every night and cheating on you. And doing you on. But she get a hot meal every night.
Nah.
Let me hurry up and cook for Alex before you get.
Nah. Y'all already know. But real talk though.
What do you need?
You actually hit the nail on the head. I want to say creating a safe space for like me to be like vulnerable with you. So like, like I don't always have to be super duper strong if I've had to been strong out in the world. You actually touched on a good one, trust, peace, like not really kind of like I've heard this a while, like different places and stuff. Most of the time YouTube, but like, like it's a tough world out there. And that's for men and women, honestly. So when you go out at home. Yeah. When you go out in the world and you come home, your home should be like a safe space for both of you, actually. You all should both feel comfortable with each other. Loving, believes in me, like supports me as far as like what I'm doing and things like that. And I'll go ahead and add a little bonus one in there too. Pushes me to be the man that I need to be. So like kind of not just like, because it's easy for anybody, but I'll just talk about men right now. It's easy for us to get comfortable with like, okay, maybe we got a little bit of money. Maybe we're doing what we're doing, maybe a little bit of notoriety. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm cool. But it's like, sometimes like your woman, especially a good woman, she can push you to be the man that you need to be. So it's like, all right, I can see where you need to improve on this, or I can see where you can be better in this aspect. So that, that's good. And yeah.
I say communication is big for me because for one, I don't like to argue. So, if something's wrong, tell me what's wrong. If you need to, take a moment to get a breather. Okay, cool. And then come back to me. And then, because I don't like to yell, I don't like to argue. Like, come on, we're just going to be adults about this. Trust, peace of mind. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I like reassurance. I like being known that, hey, you're appreciated. What you're, even little things. Hey, you're doing good. hey, Nick, you need to get better.
Men need that too, y'all out there.
I don't mind that because I'm a simple person. I don't need gifts. I just need like, hey.
Why do men always say I don't need
Because
gifts?
I've never been a person.
You don't
of,
say that.
Well, I say. Well, go ahead, Nick.
I hear that a lot. And
If
it's
you
like,
want to give you size 10, 10 and a half,
Well,
you want to
okay.
give your boy some.
I'll take it. Yeah.
okay, cool.
I don't look at material things
most-
as like.
I don't know, women love spending money on their man. Cause like who else is
Size
spending
10,
that?
10 and a half,
We love
medium,
seeing-
medium. Right, yeah, on a good day.
It's cool. I'll take it, but it's like
It's not the necessary.
I'm not. That's not gonna make
Size
me
2
love
Maybach?
one
Oh, okay.
any like
Or-
Size 4
more or
Lamborghini.
less.
Okay,
Like,
I understand.
I still love you
I think I'm
regardless,
an
even
8 in
if you don't
Escalades.
get me
Automotive
this.
jet.
Okay.
Right, size
You know.
1.
But let's see what else. Shit.
What else you
I
need,
don't
Nick?
know.
What's one thing that's just an absolutely no coming from the opposite sex?
No
like you
go.
ain't even gonna think about it too much time, and it don't have to be extreme whole shit. It could just be like
Sheesh.
stuff that women we just not aware. Like you just not there yet with certain stuff.
Okay, I'll say one. Not recognizing when you're wrong.
Oh, accountability.
Yeah.
My favorite
accountability.
word.
Yeah. And like we all fall short. So this ain't just a woman thing, honestly. Honestly, it's really not. But I'll say like if you just completely cannot see when you're wrong and we're in a relationship together, it's going to be like, bro. It's going to be like, bro. And even though you might be my girl, it's like, bro. Yeah.
Nah.
So, yeah.
Not able to listen. Non-compliance. I ain't saying you gotta do everything I say, but like just
Be obedient. Nah, let me chill.
I love you too. But yeah, but yeah, like just non-compliance. Yeah, like especially if I'm willing to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I always try to keep everything equal. So yeah, if I can listen to you and you can't listen to me, nah, we out of here. I don't care how bad you are. Can't do it.
I'm gonna say energy. If I always feel like I'm giving more of myself to you than you are to me, that's a problem.
Yeah, let me hold.
Because
Because
I feel like, okay, I'm gonna start feeling like I'm showing more of myself than you
Right.
are to me, and
That's a vulnerable place to be.
yeah,
That's dangerous.
I don't like being too vulnerable, and then you using that against me because that's happened to me before, and I don't need to do that again. So
I got a question for you, Sheena.
I'm listening.
So, what is it like from a female's perspective if, because we talked about that vulnerable and, trust and communication and stuff. So, from your perspective, what is it like for a female? How does it feel on the female side when she says, oh, I wish my man could be more vulnerable, or, oh, I wish he would open up to me? What does that feel like? Maybe the relationship's cool, but it's like, I
Oh, why do you
would-
think there's a need to feel that way?
for your man to open up to you? saying
Do
that
I
right.
feel like I have the need?
Or why do you think it's
I
important?
just
Or you
feel
can
like,
speak for other girls too, if you know.
I just feel like it's so black and white of coming together with someone and it being a sacrament and learning where in this relationship do I been and where in this relationship that you been, that some of these nitpicky things that be going on these topics on Twitter
Bro.
and internet, they shouldn't be there if women really believed in calling career covering instead of I'm lonely, I want to be held now, then I feel like that already sets a tone in a relationship. Like, okay, a man pursues you. A man pursue you like him. Y'all open up to each other. Here y'all are. Y'all in this relationship.
A lot doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if the relationship is real, a lot of things don't need to be explained. It really don't. I mean, or if it does, then you do, and that's it. Like,
But the thing is, it like in the Bible, and this is just what I'm just using as an anchor for our audience. But in the Bible, it lays it out very plain. Yes, we talk a lot about women being submissive to their husband. Well, it doesn't even. It actually, I don't think it says husband. I think it say wives submit to their man or something like that. But we'll say it say husband. It say husbands love your wife like the church. The church is something that came after Jesus Christ. It's like a lot. It goes back to, again, cultivation. You're gonna meet your woman one way, but you as a potter supposed to, like, hey, I don't, you a 10 all the way around except for this 1, 5, 3 order thing that you do. So listen, that's when y'all gotta come in, and really have that listen to me. Sometimes men put the listen to me at the wrong places. Sometimes they go off of what the internet's saying. If your girl go out like this, then she this. Or if your girl even smile, but what type of girl you got? Like me, I love to say that, hey, I want my man. Sometimes we don't like people. We just out in our own world together. But at the same time, it's like, I'm a queen. I can't go out here with these upset faces all the time. Like, I get paid for the things that I say. I can't sometimes not be quiet. Now, a lot of times I want to be quiet. Like, I really do. As a woman that has evolved so much, sometimes in a room, I just want to be quiet. Especially when there's men in there, right? Like, I'm not like I don't know what that would be called. But sometimes women label, like, women like that are just, it's like, no, because as a queen, I want my words to hit when I want what I say be a move for everything else on the board, because I'm a queen. Why am I coming into any room allowing the board to just be either stagnant or just saying anything, moving the wrong pieces around the board? Now this is over here, now my king can't move around, now the knights, like, it's just a mess. And then, so I want that especially for our black love, but all types of love, intermingle love, whatever it is. Care for people, like, just care for you. Like, if you care for you, some things everybody want to be like, we had this whole stint for the last 5 to 7 years, like, cut off energy and matching energy and stuff like that. It's like, you're not even caring, you're not even giving yourself the best energy. So how in the world your mind so focused on the energy that you're giving other people?
Like, matching energy. Yeah, nah, but I feel you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think go back to your question. It don't be a need to make your man. It shouldn't be a need there where you gotta force it. You should already show up as a woman who your man talk to and who's comfortable talking to. Like, I haven't been in a lot of relationships, but I haven't had a relationship where a man didn't show me his vulnerability. So I'm not sure, and I'm not sure exactly what I did. But I don't know what I did necessarily. All I did was, I guess, listen.
What? Amazing where it gets you. All right. But all right, I guess let me go ahead and get announcements and get up out of here. Shima, if you have any announcements, any dates, any shout outs, anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here.
Yes, again, I will start with that. I'm in a campaign right now, 100 Days of Rich Energy. I'm on the road. I'm doing shows in different states right now. We just up and down the East Coast. I'll be in Jersey next weekend at this Misty Blanco event by the way of Salt Light Media. So that's going to be an interesting thing. I will be announcing tour dates soon on my Instagram. My Instagram is more about Shima, SHIMA. I talk a lot about not just money as far as rich, but also love, also about communicating, also about just getting back to the idea of being human beings. Like, we're not perfect. We don't have to be perfect. Your ideology may not be mine or Jesse's or Nick's, so. Yeah, so my other last announcement is just keep up with my page at More About Shima, because every day I have something that's like impactful on to do. So it's all coming. It's all coming together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Carter.
Shout out to Payday. Payday is coming up, this week for your boy.
We're not talking about like
second job.
Yeah.
Or the new job.
New job. So shout out to Payday.
I thought you was about to do a sponsorship for Payday loans, and I was like, where he
I was
going?
gonna say, we getting money.
Right,
I haven't seen a payday loan.
they
And,
took
I
them.
haven't seen a payday loan since.
A lot of them out of Virginia. They shut them
Okay.
down a lot.
Makes sense.
Because I remember it used to be one near Highland Springs.
Yeah.
I passed by the other day. I was like, that shit's not there anymore. So that's Enterprise now. But yeah, what we got, Nick?
But yeah, other than that, man, y'all keep going. The summer is
Not today, Nick. It was definitely 60 fucking degrees out there. I'm
And
not
rainy.
bro. Like what the?
That makes me
fuck,
mad.
bro.
That does
like,
make me
yeah,
mad.
like end of May.
But other than that, man, I don't got too much to say.
Proud of you.
Mr. Alfred.
We got Australian kangaroos out here. We got rhinoceroses out here.
Where else do kangaroos live?
We got koala bears out here, Jesse. We got caimans, Komodo dragons.
Do you learn new words and shit just for this segment? I just realized the whole episode is shit women.
I'm like, where are he?
But
Where
in
is
the
he seeing all
announcements, he
this?
brings out the whole encyclopedia. So go crazy. Go ahead.
We got the dodo birds out here. The
You've never seen any of these animals.
I have. We got the monarch butterflies out
Dodo
here.
bird is insane.
Right. Jesse, we got cats and dogs out here that still had their 2020 and their 2021 stimulus left, Jesse. So what do these
Right.
people need to do, Jesse? Yeah.
Southside Richmond, Hall Street Road. What are you pulling up to, man?
2650 Hall Street Road. That's 2650 Hall Street Road. Fiscal Fitness Tax and Financial Services. That is Fiscal Fitness Tax and Financial Services. My father's business, Derek L. Alfred, been doing taxes over 30 years.
Black owned.
And Nick, you might catch your boy in there
Not doing taxes. Right?
doing taxes as well. Sometimes I'll be helping Pops out. FBI, open up! Don't open that door. Just call the number on the card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let the orangutan out the front door, and then you go out the back.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that is why they're there. Yeah, all these exotic ass animals, that's exactly why they're there. Yeah, shut this shit down. Yeah.
We already know about the bad tax.
Yeah. But let's get the orangutans.
Right.
Let's wrap this, shut this shit down. Yeah.
Y'all,
So where can they find
the
y'all?
phone number is 804-321-5766. That's 804-321-5766. My pops, he can get you hooked up with retirement planning, annuities, and for all you business owners out there, we don't just do personal taxes.
What?
We also do business taxes, and we do multi-year taxes as well. Yes, we do. So, like I said, phone number 804-321-5766, 2650 Hall Street Road. Love you, Dad. Love you, A. Love you, Mom. Yeah, man, y'all spread love, spread blessings.
Don't
Sheena,
cost
thank
nothing.
you for
All
coming.
good. Thank
on
y'all
the
for having me.
Good episode. You already watching? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to follow Shima on all platforms.
More about Shima.
Yes, sir. Nick, go ahead, get us
Oh,
about
and
it.
shout out to everybody who helped us with the Date Night Gone Wrong.
Of course. Still on our YouTube page, so go check that out, man.
Thanks.
For sure.
Hey, y'all, summer's coming up. It's about to get hot. Let's keep it positive. We don't need no negativity out
Bro, it's too hot, bro. I'm trying to be negative, bro. No.
Oh, so this is it's too hot. We don't have to wear deodorant, right, Nick?
No, you have
Oh,
to.
No, Twitter said
have
that
to.
the ladies like you're natural.
She is like,
have to.
but Nick,
That's
last
a
year you
requirement.
told me that I've been waiting all year for you to tell me, Nick.
Oh. Just because your deodorant says 48 hours.
Nick, but I put it on this morning.
It said 48 years. Yeah.
Good
No, it didn't. Yeah, no, it didn't. Yeah, like no.
All right.
Bro, I put some on the other day. Bro.
The ladies said that they like my natural smell. So yeah.
Put that
My
shit on.
mom said, yeah.
Boy, go on. Yeah. Nick, get us up out
My
of here,
mom
please.
said I don't have to take showers or wear deodorant because the ladies. Yeah.
Thank you, Shima, for rolling
Saying that,
through.
you know? Like, what undergrown? I'm sorry. What undergrown person is hearing that? Like, okay,
You know what? Let me go ahead and cut this shower
out of
off.
here.
I'm Nick,
Alex.
and this was the 804 podcast.
And we out after the
Shima
end.
Green.
All right.